channel. My name is Juliana, and on this channel I create content that is aimed at inspiring people of all ages to not just believe but to know that they can be champions and operate in that knowledge. And with the enthusiasm of Brandon Moreno, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, and maybe not next month, but I promise that you and I are going to be champions. So if you want to join the champion family, then consider subscribing to this channel and hit the bell notification so that you get notified anytime I release a new video. And let's get right into today's video. Alright, so that's just by the way. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 3 things my granddad told me, or told my mom and I, that has impacted his life and that has helped him live as long as he's living. So my granddad is 114 years this moment, and he's still alive and strong and able to move and do all the basic necessities a human being needs to do. So like moving about, eating, walking, like he's just living a good life. But before I share his thoughts, I also like to add like things I personally observe that has helped him live this long, and things he didn't, there are things he didn't mention, so I thought I'll share that with you because I believe it's played a very significant role in his life. And I wrote them down in my notepad, so I'll be sharing that shortly. But even before then, still, I just want to let you guys know that God is the giver of life, and how long we live is not necessarily based on us but on God's plan for our lives. And we can do all these things, we can do all the good things and still die very unexpectedly or at any point in time. But that's like, I believe living purposefully is even more important than living long, because we can live long without even having impact in the world, and we can live for a short period of time and our legacies will live even thousands of years after we've passed. So I believe that our goal should be living purposefully than living long, if that makes sense. But that being said, let me just share these thoughts and then we'll be out of here. So the first thing I noticed has helped him live long is that my granddad is like very routine, like he follows a very tight routine. He has like straight, like he doesn't play with his time, he doesn't joke with the way he does his things. So I will share like stories of how he did it in his youthful ages and how he's doing it now. So when he was still active and waking, he waked up, he woke up like early, around, let me say 5 or 4:30, yeah, and he'll begin by doing like manual jobs in the house and stuff like that, just to give him that energy boost. And then he'll go to work, and come back, and like he eats on time and sleeps on time, but he's just very, like, he doesn't like wake up inconsistently. Like today he wakes up 5, tomorrow he wakes up 10 a.m. like most of us do. Like we don't have a straight routine. We just wake up anytime we just do things just the way our body doesn't adjust to one way of doing things. And I feel like if our body is used to a way of life, it gives us the ability to regulate our metabolism and things like that. I'm not a scientist, but I believe it helps in the regulation of our whole being and things like that. The second thing I would say is that he eats on time and pretty much the same kind of food. Like he doesn't really mix what he eats, so he eats very organic dishes. So in the morning he doesn't joke with his porridge. Every morning he takes porridge with bread, but that's what he has been eating ever since I knew my grandfather. Like there's no morning he goes without it, like drinking his porridge. In the afternoon he eats something a little bit more heavy, like banku or tuozafi. Like that's his favorite food, tuozafi, because he's obviously a nut now. And in the evening he's like the same, but he eats very early, like by 6 he's done eating. And my granddad doesn't eat like more than 3 times a day. Now that he's getting old, he eats very little, but 4 times a day, like is the maximum I've seen him eat, like during this time of his life. But basically he eats 3 times a day, and he doesn't joke with that. So he's very fit, like you can see that his body isn't battling too much fat or too much toxic food that we eat nowadays. Like we eat a lot of junk food, and my grandfather is not big on drinking. Like he doesn't really even drink. So once a while we bring, maybe if we come and visit him and we bring maybe soft drinks like Coke and malt or Fanta, like those kind of soft drinks, then he takes it. But he doesn't really spend time buying drinks, and he just lives a very basic life, drinks water, eats a lot of good food, and basically that's it. And the third thing is that my grandfather is very hardworking. Like he doesn't gym or he doesn't work out per se, but physical activities has helped him to build a very strong body. And I feel like his stature too is part of the his health. So he's a very short man. Like I'm a very short woman. But that being said, like he's very active. He works. Now that he's old, like he doesn't do much work, but at least he moves about. I've realized that a lot of us lately we don't move, like from work, especially those who have cars. Like we just sit in our car, go to office, like sit down, work, sit in our car, come back home with that. And when we come home too, we just sit down with our food or whatever, with our devices, and start using it. And we don't really activate our body, like we don't move our body in a way that gives us that vitality and energy. Like I've realized that during quarantine especially, my body became very weak, even my mind. Like you become very dull in your mind and body because you've not actively moved enough to like make your blood circulate properly. These are all scientific things which I'm not really endowed with, but I feel like Charlie, we have to move our body, move. At least like just have movements in your body, and then you'll be good to go back. That's just my observation. So now I'm going to share what he taught me and my mom. And the first thing he said is that be content with what you have. So my grandfather, he's a very content man. Like he doesn't look outside at what people have to determine his joy or his happiness level. Like he has his own house, he has his bedroom, he has his food, he has his, like whatever he has is what he has, and he's very grateful for that. He has grandchildren, great grandchildren, and that's just like basically what he has. And he's very happy. A lot of people have billions of cedis or dollars, and they don't really experience that kind of joy. And personally, I aspire to be very rich, but also at the same time I aspire to be very content like my grandfather, because I feel like having a lot of money and being content is like the pinnacle. It's like the highest like achievement one can get. Like you can't really fight that. Like you can't really do anything about it. It's just like beautiful and so refreshing to see people being content, and especially having a lot of work. The second thing is that this one, like this sounds very out of the blue, and even when he said it, like it was really shock. It was not shocking per se, but it was really very unexpected. So he said, be faithful to your partner. So my grandmom and granddad have been married for more than 60 years, because my auntie, the firstborn of my grandparents, will be around 67. So even they married and they gave birth to her in the first year, means that their marriage lasted, or is lasting, because both of them are still alive. Their marriage have and has and is lasting for more than 60 years, and it's just beautiful, because like the two of them are just so free with each other, like they are so okay with themselves. And I believe it's because the two of them have openness, like they don't have any secrets to hide. And the thing about cheating on your partner that I have observed is that even if your partner forgives you, get to know about it first of all, and forgives you, you still live with that guilt like constantly. And it brings a little resentment even on your side, because now you'll be feeling like everything you do has he or she will have to check it and all that. Sorry. So um having that faith in your partner and vice versa, like being faithful to each other, knowing that two of you do not have anything to hide, just gives you a sense of relief. Like you don't have anything to hide, so like why stress in the first place? Like you guys don't have to stress about anything. And I think that's so beautiful and so interesting that he brought it up. And the final thing he said was that, let me see, be kind. Be kind. Like he said we should be kind to everyone like we meet, because uh, giving kindness to people brings kindness back. And I believe that's very true, because the level of kindness my grandparents have on other people, I believe has affected even not only their children, not even themselves, but even we, the grandchildren and great great grandchildren. We are benefiting from their acts of kindness, like their acts of goodness to people. And it's just like so inspiring and so touching that they can be able to, like, out of the little they have, be kind to others, do their best for people around them. And so I feel like sharing this will give a lot of us the ability to be kind towards people, and also live lives that like is very worth emulating and worth sharing. So that's all for this video, and I hope you learned a thing or two from it. And if you did, please kindly leave it in the comment section what you are taking away from this video, and also share with your loved ones and friends or whoever you believe will be inspired by this video. And I'll see you in my next video. I love you all. Bye bye.